So Evan and I decided to write final speeches to wrap up the year, so I decided to write you all a letter. To my dearest constituents, this past year has been one of the best years of my life, and I wish I could take the majority of the credit, but I can't, because it's due to your actions and presence that I can now appreciate the time as I do. I owe a great deal of appreciation to all of you for the impact that you have made. I want to spread some words of advice. Number one, most importantly, enjoy the experience. Freshman year went by in a hurry. First semester I was scared of a new school, and COVID-19 essentially canceled the second semester. Sophomore year was fun, and although I appreciated not being a freshman anymore, I didn't consider the necessity of appreciating my time. Junior year, I knew I had 2 more years, and I didn't even think about how fast time was flying. I was so head down in work that I couldn't even realize what was going on. And at the beginning of this year, I was thinking about college, but I knew I had 1 more year left. I've always been considered an old soul, but I still don't know if I understand how time can go by so quickly. The moral of my story is that you cannot take your time for granted. Yes, there are many opportunities to enjoy life outside of school, but FJA is the perfect place to do so. Every second of every day can be an opportunity to find joy and experience life. That brings me to my second point, number 2. Know what's important. Schoolwork is extremely valuable, and as I mentioned before, sometimes it fills up our day, and we have to go to sleep before we know it. But for that same reason, when we have the opportunity to have fun and celebrate, go for it. There are times for homework, and there are times to let go and relax. To be more clear, I want to give an example. During finals weeks, or weeks with many tests, many students crawl into a ball of studying and won't do anything outside of sitting at their desk or the library and staring at notes, even if it means missing time with family or friends. By no means am I suggesting that you should not study or prepare for school at all. And for some kids, that's the most effective strategy. I just want to encourage you all to see the bigger picture. When you look back, when you're in college, or even later, you're going to appreciate and remember the laughs and smiles you had when spending time with your loved ones and dear friends, or your time head down in a textbook. At the end of the day, know when it's okay to stop stressing yourself out and have a little fun, because ultimately those are the memories that will last a lifetime. The last thing I want to touch on is number 3. FJA is your family. I've been asked many times by you all, teachers and family members, if I'm ready to go to college and leave high school behind. The truth is, as some of you have heard, there is no black and white answer. In fact, it's very much a gray matter. You didn't think I could leave without telling the truth. Anyway, well, I'm very excited for my life ahead at university and hopefully medical school. I would be mistaken if I did not acknowledge my great appreciation for this school. For the past 4 years of my life, FJA has been a home like no other, a community that I enjoy being part of, and most importantly, my family. The friendships and special relationships that I have formed with my student peers and staff and teachers alike have been remarkable and will no doubt be everlasting. I say this to you not to boast about my accomplishments, but to encourage you to seize the moment and the wonderful opportunities that sit before you. FJA is the best to offer, including its love, care, and respect for you if you show it the same. Before I hand over the microphone over to your favorite, Evan D. Prez, I need to take a moment to thank him for all he has done for me, and for all of you throughout the year. Please let's give him a round of applause for all of his hard work. Evan has worked extremely hard to plan numerous events for the school, each time adding creativity, open-mindedness, and intelligence. He has always had your best interests in mind, constantly making sure that he and I stay productive and be there for all of you. Words cannot express how grateful I am to have had him as my partner in crime this past year, and I would not have wished it any other way. As many of you have the privilege to know, Evan is a great friend, truly a one of a kind. What I think what has made him such an amazing president, though, is his ability to eliminate the gap between friend and president. Evan is constantly schmoozing with all of you, learning the gossip, and making sure all of your concerns are met. Evan's open mind, open heart, and open phone policy is a perfect example of the kindness he has spread within the walls of FJA. He adds brightness, originality, and innovation wherever he enters the room. He's amazing, and I am ever so appreciative of him. On behalf of the whole student body, I would like to thank you for everything you have done for us. I'm going to wrap it up now by reminding you all to take advantage of the invaluable opportunities offered to you throughout your high school career. Do not hesitate, do not overthink, take risks, and make the most of your time. Because of all of you, high school has been the best time of my life, and for many of you, it will likely be the same. Don't take it for granted. I cannot thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to serve as your all-school vice president. I truly care about all of you and will always be a single phone call away. Thank you. With love, Ethan Gray.